There we go. Okay, how about now? This dang box. It like, I think I have a bad button. There. Anyway, hello to you all. Because I pounded that. Like I pushed and held. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. Hello, Kabuki, north of the Rockies, Damien247, Dungeon Minister, Lord Coron, Wheeling Dragon, Mark Morrison, Bob Jester, north of the Rockies, Shinchara, Lord Coron, Jimmy Invictus. How are you feeling? Good sir, how are you feeling? Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope you caught Saturday night show. I hope you are paying attention. I hope you caught Saturday night's show. And if you didn't catch Saturday night's show, I hope you caught the interstitial that I did this afternoon. Not too long ago, actually. 247 QWERTY, hello. Diecast Ironcaster, good to see you. TXG, Jorge Uribe. ¿Cómo estás? Anyway, so, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Special shout out to Joanna Shipley, who follows me over on Twitter, because sometimes Twitter will just throw people together who have just even the slightest mutual interest. But Joanna is a funny, vivacious, interesting lady, and she stopped by my live stream. I never watch live streams, but you said it was important, so I stopped by. So shout out to you, Joanna. Thank you for being there. You'd share your cookie. I appreciate that, Jimmy. Daniel Pasilis, did I get that right? Hello, Daniel. Greetings. Guys, we are at 6,262 on the Subscribotron right now, and I think that's awesome. So let me tell you, folks, if you haven't already, please do click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications about this and future videos that we are going to do. Elvin made in, don't you move. You stay, no, come back and sit down. You don't just walk through the room and say hi. Sit back down. Thank you. Because I have much to say about you soon. Anyway, so a nominal week ahead of us, folks. A nominal week ahead of us. Tomorrow night, we are playing First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for your entertainment, not just your entertainment, folks. This is not some passive thing where you don't think critically while we roll dice. This is actual play of First Edition AD&D, all right? We don't have script reads. We don't have writers' rooms. We play First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and if you have never played before, or it's been a while, or maybe your game is exceptionally house-ruled, for whatever reason, if you have a question, ask in the live chat. Ask in the live chat, and I will answer it, and if I can't, one of my players will answer it, and if they can't, somebody in the audience can probably direct you to it, because I have... Oh, don't sit scared. Relax, Emmy. Relax. You get fear lines if you get scared. Just chill out. But that's what we do. Because I have the best looking and smartest 5-night-a-week classic tabletop role-playing game live stream on YouTube audience of all YouTube. Okay, of all YouTube. I don't think I'm wrong about that. So, anyway. So that's what we're doing Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm hoping Kyle will be here Wednesday. I'm going to reach out to him and find out, Because I know he's got honeydews, you know. Real life intercedes sometime. But, you know, if Kyle's not here, we'll find something fun to do. Maybe we'll do a little bit of deep dive. Lord knows I have enough D&D stuff that we can deep dive into. Maybe we'll might even deep dive my favorite version of basic Dungeons and Dragons. You don't know. Thursday, so Graph Paper Architect has got a project that he wants to share with me. Things have gotten a little telescoped. So this Thursday, regardless of what happens Wednesday, Thursday, we're gonna have just a little bit of open and deep dive and that sort of thing. Friday, we're gonna be playing some Gamma World, guys. I'm super hyped about that. I hope you are too. Gamma World is coming Friday. I'm excited about that. So, yes, please try to be here for all of our great shows. But if you can't, understand, they stay up on YouTube. I get people ask me all the time, you don't have, it's like you do a video like once every couple of weeks or something. You got to click the live tab. YouTube suppresses the live streams, okay? It just does. So to that, I ask you, if you know somebody who might maybe enjoy the kind of stuff that I do, please tell them about the show. Spread the good word. But anyway, let's talk. So it's Monday, and I know it's been a while since I've done Miniature Madness on Monday. I'll get to it. I'll get something painted up cool that you guys can look at. But I did want to let you know, I finally heard back from IGN, and their response was, it'll get there when it gets there. That was IGN's response to me. It was a lot more polite than that. They basically said, hey, release dates are release dates, and, you know, we'll do our best. So, and then I found out later that IGN's having financial problems. So, yeah, hopefully my $39 won't go down the pan. But anyhow, so that is, that's what's going on. I had some fun. I hope you had a good Gygax day. I had a lot of fun. I was over at the Speakeasy over on Rumble with Kyle and Ryan. And do you know those guys didn't have characters rolled up for Gygax Day? They didn't do a 3D6 down the line set. Why those? So I did it for them. I gotta wear the DM's hat everywhere, all the time. And speaking of which, why don't I do that now? So there we go. I put on my robe and wizard hat. So anyway, so I was over there hanging out with them, and then we had the big announcement on Friday, on Saturday evening, rather. Saturday evening, 7 o'clock, we had the announcement about the treasure haul. If you don't know about that, check me out on Facebook, check me out on Twitter, catch me outside. How about that? No, catch me here on YouTube, the video I released earlier today about the D&D cornucopia that's seeking a home. So, anyway, maybe if I got a super chat, I will never turn down super chats. You can always hit me up with a super chat. But anyway, speaking of stuff that people are kind enough to give to me, well, that's the story of the miniature. It'll get here when it gets here. But guess what? It's Mail Call Monday, and I got mail today. What could it be? I'm not going to flip it around because I don't want to dox myself. Well, I will flip it around if you guys are really super into barcodes. There it is. Let's open it up and let's find out. Ah! Sorry, headphones listeners. What do we have in here? What do we have in here? But Tales from the Tavern issue 1. That's right. The first issue. Tales from the Tavern, issue 1, June 2024. Tabletop role-playing games, wargaming, homebrew, world-building, interviews, and more. So we have issue 1, summer 2024, by Kay Bauer. That is Elven Made In. And this has absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous cover art by Richard Witters. Look at that. You guys can check this out. Now, a review of this is coming. Because this was kindly donated to the show by Elven Made In. So there's a review of this coming. I am really excited about this, not least of which because I'm interviewed in it, but I mean, just this perfectly beautiful artwork on the front. I don't know. Is that a Minotaur going on, or is that supposed to be a Tiefling? What's happening with this frightening looking fellow standing behind, presumably you, Elven Made In? Please tell us. If I got the glitter bomb, it was from you. Okay, no, that hasn't happened yet. Let me just take a quick break from telling you guys about this and talk about Emmy for a second. If you just kind of pass through her Twitter feed, you might come away with the impression that she is like, you know, just kind of a D&D tourist who, you know, has glommed on to the whole, you know, short stack gobby mommy vibe, or, you know, the broad hipped tiefling vibe or whatever like that, and is there to try to be an influencer. But demon elf is seducing demon. Okay, excellent. I like I like where this is going already. But if you read deeper, if you read more than like an onion skin depth deeper, you're going to realize that Elven Made In is rapidly becoming a force in old school tabletop stuff out there on the RPG side of the internet. Guys, this zine, I hesitate to call this a zine. This is the size, and of course I don't have it handy. This is the size of like my OD&D compiled Lulu print. Okay. There is a crossword puzzle in here. There's Elven Made In Kitchen Secrets, Valinerd lore. She's got like a lore section in here. There's like 2 crosswords in here. A book review. Advertisements, and if you don't think advertisements are important in a magazine like this, guess again. Plain Sun Games. Oh my gosh, that is the best thing I have heard all day. I'm going to put this up. That's going up. That's staying there. Everybody read that. God bless it, that makes me feel good. That chokes me up. That makes me verklempt. That is amazing. That is fantastic. Dirty History and Hobbies. Yeah. No, I get you. There's magic items, okay? This is like an issue of Dragon. You guys know how much I love games like this. You know, the magazine that Smoldering Dung Games sent me a few months back. I love that. And this is great. This is 97 pages. All right. This is not some notional PDF only thing. Okay. This is good stuff. And I don't just say that because I'm interviewed in it. So this, guys, this is real good. I'm gonna do like a deep dive. Maybe our deep dive this week is on this. So where I'm going with this, and I hope you're still sitting out there listening, Emmy. I said sit down, please. That young lady in that one issue has done more for the hobby than a bunch of navel gazing blogs and bloviating did from the time when Blogger and Blogspot started to become a thing in the early 2000s until today. She put her money where her mouth is. All the layout stuff. She went out there. She petitioned artists to do art for her. That is how one becomes a force majeure. Okay? And she did it just because she wanted to. It's out there. It's on DriveThruRPG. You can go pick it up. So I absolutely positively, even before I do a review, I'm going to tell you it's good stuff because I've read the PDF. I got the PDF when it first dropped. And Emmy was kind enough to send me a physical copy, and I'm going to get all future copies and physical copies. So as far as I'm concerned, that is absolutely worth your, what is it, Emmy? It's I think it's $9.99 an issue. I'm trying to see if there's like a price on it. But anyhow, it's good stuff. Sematics Gaming, I don't want to dox, but I believe, yes, she is on the other side of the pond for me. I just think that this is magnificent. And I can't say enough good about this. Okay? This is what we should, $8.99. Thank you, Emmy. This is what we should all aspire to be. Everyone look at what Elvin Maiden is doing. She's doing it right. She's doing it right. Spirit, hello. So, this is fantastic. This is absolutely lovely, and I am looking forward to the second issue. I'm gonna try to get an adventure into issue 2. No promises, guys, but I'm gonna try to get an adventure into issue 2. Can I read page 3 not loud? You're blushing too much. Can I read page 3? Sure. I'll read it loud. Let's see. Page 3. Ooh, there's something naughty on page 3. This is the special thanks page. I extend heartfelt thanks to those who form the pillars of my journey, to my family whose unwavering support fuels my every endeavor, to my partner whose selflessness in taking over home responsibilities has enabled me to chase wild dreams, to my 6-year-old son, whose honest critiques push me to excel in my art no matter how harsh they may seem. A special tribute to Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, the masterminds behind Dungeons & Dragons, whose visionary creation has transcended generations, shaping a hobby that spans every corner of our community, whether you're a critter, a member of the Bro SR, an advocate of the OSR, or even a Sparkle Troll, or represent any corner of our hobby, their legacy should continue to be celebrated and cherished in the games we enjoy today. Their pioneering spirit and boundless imagination have left an indelible mark on tabletop gaming, inspiring creativity, camaraderie, and countless epic adventures for players around the world. As we roll dice and embark on new quests, let us remember the giants upon whose shoulders we stand, and may their legacy inspire generations of gamers to come. And to every individual who has lent a hand, offered encouragement, and stood by me through every twist and turn, I am forever grateful for your unwavering belief in my journey. Together, we forge ahead, fueled by passion and supported by the kindness of those who believe in the power of dreams. Can you sum up a pursuit like this better than that? Can you come to the altar call of tabletop gaming community and not take that as your gospel? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. So, Tales from the Tavern, and I finally have a physical copy now to get it autographed. But anyway, any which way but lose. All right, so that's all the sunshine I'm going to blow up behind her right now, because Lord knows we've got stuff that we can talk about in addition to that. So we've talked about what's coming on this week. We've done our mail call. We have heaped praise and appellation upon she who needs it. And this from Playing Some Game. If you guys don't know what this is about, if you're just stopping by and you're not sure what you're seeing right here from Playing Some Games, this is also what it's all about. All right. This is going forward with a sword and a torch and doing great things. And Playing Some Games, I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that is absolutely fantastic. In fact, Playing Some Games, if you want to put our heads together, I'll be more than happy to show you, some of the folks who've reached out to me. The Wonderful Wizard of Games. I would love a burger. Please, just very simple lettuce, tomato, a nice slice of cheese, and 57 sauce. Ketchup if you don't have it. All right. I'm going to steal a little one from Carl Jobst. Thank you, you absolute legends. Hello, you absolute legends. But anyway. Mustard on a burger can be good. I like the Gulden's mustard, though. If I'm going to have mustard on a burger, I want like Gulden's. Not just like yellow mustard, but like the Gulden's mustard on it. Dukes or Hellman's. If you like mayo on your burger. Out there, anybody can chime in. Dukes or Hellman's. While you contemplate that, so let's see what's going on. I am trying to finalize the modules for patrons. By the way, if you do want to support the show, you can support us for as little as $1 a month on Patreon or $2 a month over on right here on YouTube as a member. At the $10 level, you will receive a mini AD&D adventure, a short form Advanced Dungeons and Dragons module, ostensibly one every month. I am really behind. Okay. I'm really behind, and I acknowledge that. But they are coming. Okay. 2 of them are completely done sans maps. One is writing and it has not gotten its map yet, but they are coming. I promise I will get them to you guys, just in the next few days, and then I'll be all caught up. And then I have August, September, October, November, December. And hopefully I won't fall back behind that again. But they do come. And hopefully those of you out there who've gotten them can speak well of them. Somatic says you recognize the Space Hulk on your right, my left. Those are a bit blurred. Yes, the blurring is because of the wide angle lens, so you can see the Space Hulk set. But yes, that is 2nd edition Space Hulk. Those are the 2nd edition Space Hulk miniatures. Behind that is a 3rd edition set. And over on a shelf over here, which you guys can't see at all, I have the 4th edition, basically everything except the miniatures in the box for $40. Like I've got the scenario book and yada yada yada, all that stuff for 4th edition Space Hulk. I don't know if we'll ever get a 5th edition. So we'll have to see. No, you're right. But who can afford eggs these days? Dirty History and Hobbies. You're out there in Alaska. Saw the 4K restoration of Seven Samurai for the 70th anniversary. That is wonderful. Have I ever been in a samurai? I have not been in a samurai campaign. Michael Dale's Space Hulk is really a lot of fun. I've done a demo. Of Space Hulk on the show. I've done Space Hulk demo many times. And it's always self-unalive mission. I can't say the word that means to unalive oneself. Pardon me. To unalive oneself because YouTube. You know how it goes. Just go to your local farmer here in Scotland and donate what you can and grab eggs from a local box. Well, that's awesome, Semetics. Support local farmers. Always support local if you can. I have a great grocery store, but good Lord, their eggs. We got eggs in our, we sometimes get grocery deliveries, and we got eggs from Walmart once. Every egg cracked. I don't even know if this guy knew there were eggs in there. Every egg in the dozen cracked. Not broken, so we didn't find out until we were like, oh, wait, this egg won't. Okay, I guess there's a little yolk there, all right, we'll skip that. And then, and then my daughter goes to pick another one out, and it just like crumbles when she touches it. It was terrible. It was terrible. Terminator armor, Jimmy. I couldn't carry a Stormbolter without it, so I would take the Terminator armor. Because power armor is fun. Yeah, at least we're consistent, right? Let's see. Although I do have to say, if you said, Space Marine armor or a Stormbolter, I would take Space Marine, but only under the condition that it was Mark IV Corvus armor. Beakies forever. Always Beakies. No Edsel face. Always Beakies. Beakies, Beakies, Beakies. Beaky Terminator armor, or Beaky Space Marine armor. I did not know that Wonderful Wizard game. I don't, Mark, thank you, Noble Shield, Mark 6. I got my Roman numerals backwards. And Spirit, thank you. Elvin made in, when this live stream is over, not tonight, I don't think I'll have the time. I will cut that out and I will send it to you on Google Drive, and you can paste it wherever you like. I will go through the effort to edit that out. No bullshit, calling me a tourist. But anyway, Piggly Wiggly, there you go. Gotta love Piggly Wiggly, man. When I was a kid, Piggly Wiggly was like the regular grocery store. Winn-Dixie was the fancy grocery store. So Winn-Dixie was right next to the Kmart on, was it Bridge Street or Meagan Boulevard? I'll have to look. I'll have to look at a map of Gadsden. But the Piggly Wiggly was a neighborhood grocery store, and of course, Warehouse Groceries over in Southside. See, you saved money at Warehouse Groceries. Get this, guys. This is how you did it. They didn't pay people to price their merch. They just brought this stuff out and opened case lots and put it on the shelves. When you went in, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. When you went in, you got a wax pencil, like a glass marker, and you go and you'd pick up your can of beans, and it's 39 cents. You'd write the price yourself on the can, and then when you got it, they basically relied on the honor system. But it was cheaper. It was cheaper. Oh, that's neat, Dirty History. I didn't know they had one here in Florida, but that's cool. I was talking about 40K, wasn't I? Was I? Anyway, no, I don't keep up with Games Workshop stuff. I have Blood Royale and Space Hulk and Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. I have the three of the four best things that GW ever did. The fourth, which I don't have and is prohibitively expensive to get a good set of, is Epic. Epic Space Marine. Hail, Michael Connor, Unbreaded Lobster Man. Did I have Toys R Us? Yes. And I bought Star Frontiers book at Toys R Us. Module. But anyhow, TG&Y. I got a lot of D&D at TG&Y and Zares. I got my second D&D module was Sleep It's at the Undercity, and I got it at Zares. Let's see. I don't want to miss anything. Haven't heard anything on Osric 3.0, James. I believe it's in editing. All I know is they'll reach out to me when they need snakes, sphinxes, and spiders. And I'm poised. I'm ready. So did anybody do anything fun and interesting for Gygax Day? Like I said, we had the big announcement about the D&D giveaway that I made on Gygax Day. I was over on the Speakeasy, the Nerd Cognito Speakeasy. Rolled up characters for Ryan and for Kyle. Then rolled up one for me live here on my show. Lionel Playworld. It was Lionel Playworld, wasn't it, Daniel? Six dogs. Well, there you go. 6 dogs. Are they named Strength, Intelligence, Wisdom, Dexterity, Constitution, Charisma? You almost got a psych. Oh, no, Jimmy. That's not good. That's not good at all, brother. I hope you're okay. Oh, swing shifts and weekends. Yeah, sorry, playing some. Kabuki wants to get 6 dogs just to name them that. I just see you like yelling at them to come back over, in the dog park. Strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. And there's like going to be some 3rd edition to now fan be like, why did you say it in the wrong order? Well, those are wonderful too, somatics. Emmy, I thought you were never going to drink again. Or did you mean wasted in some other way? It was Lionel Kitty City. It was Lionel Playworld down here in the South. The 7th dog comeliness. One best in show. Excellent. Got as far as the giant sundew. Glob. Lump. And then that's that. Played Castles and Crusades. Got really wasted. Again, I'm going to assume that's alcohol and nothing else. Oh my goodness. Osric Player's Manual is no longer available on Amazon. You wonder if they're waiting for... maybe? I can ask around, and if I think to, I'll bring that news back. Oh, okay. All right, I gotcha. I gotcha, Jimmy. It's all good. Now, had the stuff that I was going to... that I had written for Gary, had it gotten published, it, of course, would have, it would have all been published for the Castles and Crusades rules. But I will tell you guys something. When I worked, I had 2 design documents. I had, this never goes well. Why do I forever do this to myself? I'm not going to do this. I'm not dragging a book off this shelf. Anyway, I had my Castle Keeper's Guide. Or no, it wasn't Castle Keeper's Guide. I had the Castle Zagig Book 1. And I used my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide. So if you guys had seen my stuff and been like, oh, well, what was designing this like? Well, I used the AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide. Simply because it's the best. Comeliness? You want me to say comeliness? There, comeliness. And is there another way to say it? Comeliness? That just sounds weird. Comeliness. If someone can't get a hold of the first edition AD&D books, what OSR game do I suggest as an alternative? Osric. If you want to play as close to AD&D as you can and you can't get a hold of 1E or 2E books, Osric. Armor classes go the right direction. The saves are the same. The spells are the same. It's Osric. Pauper Knight, hello. Unquestionably. Particularly because the Sphinx, snakes, and spiders are so well written. Honestly, they're kind of the anchor for the book. I don't want to oversell it, but Sphinxes, snakes, and spiders are kind of like, they tie the whole book together, really. It's like you're flipping through and you're like, yeah, okay, armor, spell, combat procedures, initiative. Oh, now I get it. It's really a eureka moment. You'll know it when you get there. Well, I mean, Kabuki, I think the Rob Kuntz interview went that long. Hello, Ultra American. Good to see you. Just because, I mean, if somebody was gonna, like, interview me, and it never happens, but if someone was gonna interview me and they were like, well, where can I, or rather, I'm in this time zone. When can I call you? I would be like, when it's going to be convenient for you. And if that meant that I had to get up at 3 a.m, I would just go to bed at 7 o'clock at night. And then I'd get up and that would be my day. I would not sit up till 3 a.m. and then because by the end of it, I would just be like, let me just say they would have some funny material to work with. Jay Tyler, bring in the questions. Jay Tyler wants to know, can I explain in general how an AD&D to become something like a bard? Jay, I'm just going to stop you there and ask you to correct that gross misspelling and then re-ask your question. I'll wait until you type that properly. It's between the AD and the other D. And then I'll answer your question. But anyway, somebody. There, anyway. Yeah, that Thaco the clown thing, that was just assholery. Jorge's just yanking. All right. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Okay, Jay Tyler asks, can I explain in general how an AD&D to become something like a bard? You had to first reach levels in other classes, and with certain ability scores needed to become certain classes. Okay, so here is the way. First, look at what's required for dual classing in AD&D. Let's open up the player's handbook. Let's do this right now. Screw it, we'll do it live. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for some education? Because we're going to make it happen. Right here, right now. That's an odd PDF for me to start off with. It's the tech manual for this piece, this streaming PC of mine. Open recent files. Let's see, where is the player's handbook? There it is. Okay. So, let me get to it. It doesn't take that long. Yes, that angry old cloud thing was serious. Okay, so here we go. Let us share this. Find me another live stream that's going to do this. You can't. All right, I'm going to close your question here, but don't worry. Okay, so the character with two classes. Now, it's important that we start here. Unlike multi-class characters who are of non- or semi-human race, the character with two classes must be human. Stick a pin in that. Put an asterisk next to it. We're going to come back to it. To attain the second class, the character must switch his or her profession at some point. Thereafter, no progression in the original class is possible. Important, coming up here. In order to switch from one class to another, the character must have an ability score of 15 or more in the principal attributes abilities of the original class and a 17 or 18 in the principal attributes of the class changed to. Note that nearly any combination of classes is thus possible. Cleric and fighter, cleric and paladin, cleric and ranger, etc. Alignment will preclude some combinations. You're not going to run a paladin thief. But you must have, if you're doing the paladin thing, you would have to have a minimum of 15 in, let's see, in your principal ability, which for the paladin, believe it or not, is charisma. So you'd have to have a minimum of 17 there. And let's say you're doing paladin cleric. Well, you would want that 17 or 18 in the wisdom once you changed it. Now, you begin as a fighter. Down here in the example, they show. No, you didn't offend. Jay, no, Jay, you did not offend. I was being a wiseacre. You're fine. Anyway, So a character with ability scores 15 strength, 17 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 10 dexterity, 16 con, and 7 charisma is begun as a fighter. After attaining 6th level, the player switches the character to magic user. So as you can see, he's got that minimum and minimum for strength and intelligence to go fighter to magic user. So in this case, a bard, let's go all the way to the bottom now. Let's go all the way down to the bottom and talk about the bard. Where is... Oh, I'm looking at psionic disciplines there. Is it psionics or after bard, before bard? I don't look at them that much. There we are. There's the bard. Okay, so the bard. A bard must have 15 or better in the following abilities: strength, wisdom, dexterity, and charisma. Furthermore, a bard must have at least a 12 in intelligence and a 10 in constitution. So you must have a strength of 15 and a dex of 17. Or if you're starting as a thief first, then transitioning to fighter, you will start with a 17 in dex and then a 15 in strength. You see what I'm saying? But read here. Bards begin play as fighters. They must remain exclusively as fighters until they've achieved the 5th level of experience. Blah. Anytime thereafter, and in any event prior to gaining 8th level, they must change their class to that of thieves. Again, sometimes between 5th and 9th level of ability, bards must leave off thieving and begin clerical studies as druids, but at this time they are actually bards and under druidical tutelage. So there you have it. Yes, that is correct, Jay. They must be human or half-elf. Remember when I said stick a pin in that? For the purpose of becoming a bard, you may be a half-elf and do the dual class thing. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. I hope you are paying attention. Gonzalo, have you read The Chronicles of Prydain by Lloyd Alexander? If you have, it might make a little more sense. I firmly think that Gary was heavily influenced by the works of Lloyd Alexander and the character of Feuder Flam as the bard. Yes, The Chronicles of Prydain by Lloyd Alexander and the character of Feuder Flam will definitely kind of help coalesce that. And yes, it is largely because of the Celtic stuff, which influenced Lloyd Alexander's work also. You're welcome, Jay Tyler. And please, if ever I scold you like that, it is purely meant in jest. Unless you're Elven Maiden, and then I'm actually scolding her. But, no, I'm kidding. But I absolutely adore the bard. I had a player in our Monday night game for many years who went on the bard track, and he made it and got all the way up to 7th level before the player had to leave. And then rather than have his bard just stick around in the campaign world and depart the party, he said, I want to go out in a blaze of glory. And he literally went out in a blaze of glory. A wall of fire was cast between the party and a beholder, and he said, I run through it. I'm like, you're down on hit points. And he said, I know. Well, Wheeling Dragon, you did something very nice that I only tease people who have the means about to do that. So thank you. Yes, exactly so, Gonzalo. There are many books, but they're YA, so you should be able to blow through them like that. I think I read the entire set of books, like all but half of the last one in an afternoon. Psionics, that is correct, by the way. Wonderful Wizards of Game hits it out of the park. And that is also right, Daniel Pesilis. I've said before that you need to go through and do things to the psionics rules to make them more workable. You need to go through and hand prune, because there are several disciplines that can be game breaking. Molecular adjustment, I'm looking at you. I can just heal somebody to the maximum of my level, and I can do that as long as I have psionic points. Oh, and my psionic points regenerate even if I'm running. Where can you buy the books and not give money to Amazon? I would just look for a set on eBay, Gonzalo. They're usually sold in like a slipcase box cover on eBay, or check out a local used bookstore. Or you could get them from Barnes and Noble. Also, I would put... Oh, North of the Rockies. Thank you so much. Yes, Fofford is an example of a 1EA D&D bard. He is absolutely an example of a 1EA D&D bard. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sonny Red. Thank you very much. Well, I really appreciate you super chatting me like that. Thank you very much. Love me tender. You're nothing but a hound dog. Thank you very much, Anyway, so yeah, psionics, put them in regular combat so you're not stopping to do psionic stuff, and absolutely, positively, 100% use those psionic encounter tables. Oh, well, I really appreciate that, Jorge. Thank you very much. I love all my fans down south of the border. Sonny, Red, get this guy a scarf. Anyway, how do you choose? Okay, so you can either... There's two ways to do it, but there are lists. There are lists, and let's look at that. What page is that on? That is on 1, 2, Come on. Hang on. All right. So look in the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 39. Dungeon Master's Guide, page 39. And we'll answer that. And let's read together. Inform those players who have opted for the magic user profession that they have just completed a course of apprenticeship with a master who was of unthinkably high level, at least 6th. Having been a relatively apt pupil, worked diligently and made every effort to please, master or mistress as the case may be, was kind enough to prepare a special present for the character before he or she goes out in the world to seek his or her fortune. At this juncture, request that the player ready a piece of paper which will go into his or her records as a permanent fixture. Instruct the player to entitle the page "First Level Spells Known." While the intelligence of the player character will dictate how many and which spells can be and are known, this knowledge is not automatic. Each and every spell, except those which Master was generous enough to bestow upon the character, must be found somewhere and recorded in the character spell books. Thus, if Ridolint the Prestidigitator, intelligence 15, has a repertoire of 7 spells and finds a scroll with yet another, there's a 65% chance that the spell can be understood by that worthy. If, in fact, it can be comprehended, Ridolint must then record the spell in his book, thus destroying that portion of the scroll, of course, and he is now the proud possessor of 8 first-level spells, just 3 short of the maximum he'll be able to know. Returning to the recently completed apprenticeship, let us now consider the spells given to Ridolint by his wise old master. Obviously, an apprentice must know how to read magic to be of use to his master. It is also an absolute must to anyone following the profession of magic user, so that the spell is automatically on each magic user's list of known spells. Then, select by random means 1 spell each from the offensive, defensive, and miscellaneous categories listed below. Ridolint, or any other player character magic user, will then have 4, count them, 4 spells with which to seek his or her fortune. And now we have a D10. And Jorge, it's your turn in the apple barrel. So the mystical Urib will now be awarded his spells by Lady Confusotron, the magic user, who is sending him out in the world with, and let us roll the dice. Oh, you guys can't see that. Did that even roll? Let me refresh that page. Try it again. There we are. A 4 on offensive spell. Friends, congratulations. You have Read Magic and Friends. Clear that off. A 7 on defensive spells. Shield, congratulations. You can be Armor Class 4 for a little while if need be. And miscellaneous spells. A 1. What is that? Comprehend languages. So there are your starting spells in your spell book. Read Magic. Friends. Shield. And Comprehend languages. You'll note that the spell Write is not listed. To scribe a spell in your spell book, you're going to have to find the spell Write on a scroll, or get someone to teach it to you so that you can then inscribe it in your spell book. And how can you do that unless you cast the spell Write? Well, you'll have to get them to assist you with that. And I hope that answers your question. Ultra American TTRPGer asks, what do I think of 2E? Many say it's like 1E. Rules-wise it is. Verve-wise, feels-wise, aesthetic-wise, it is bowderlized. It is homogenized. It is neutralized. It is sterilized. I do not like its presentation, Sam. I am. But yes, mechanically it's much the same. And thank you for the supers, everyone. And again, Jorge, that you will find that on page 39 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah, no love for kits. Sorry. I don't know what live stream you think you're watching there, Daniel Rowan, but careful. I don't need Thaco. I have a chart. I can look at a chart. Radicalized and highly organized. Daniel Rowan 2E did not get rolling with the release of Unearthed Arcana. Unearthed Arcana was strictly a first edition product. I will tell you that Gary told me that he felt that the WSG and DSG and Manual of the Planes were all effectively 2E books. That they, at that point, the game had left its 1E roots behind by the time you were starting to introduce skill sets and things like that, he felt they were really 2E books in wolf's clothing, or sheep's clothing, rather. Oh, by the way, I mentioned this. Speaking of second edition, I don't care that you said that, Daniel. I genuinely don't. It's important that I not say it. But let me see. How do I handle skills in 1E? I don't have skills in my 1E games. There are secondary skills. There are things that your character may have done before they became an adventurer. But AD&D is a game of avatars. It is a game where your character knows how to do all of the basic stuff. They know how to swim. They know how to make a snare to catch small game. They know how to light a fire. They know how to, at least a little bit mend their clothes and tend to their armor. All of the simple things they already know how to do. They picked up on them. If you're using the secondary skills, if you're using the secondary skill system, I can tell you what Gary said about that. Let's see. That's diseases, Bill. Here we go. And we are on page 12 of the PDF. Well, page 12 of the book. This is page 13 of the PDF. When secondary skills are used, it is up to the DM to create and or adjudicate a situation in which these skills are used or useful to the player character. As a general rule, having a skill will give the character the ability to determine the worth and soundness of an item, the ability to find food, make small repairs, or actually construct crude items, for example, chain links, or perhaps fashion certain weapons. An armor, I'm sorry, I missed a line. An individual with armor skill could tell the quality of normal armor, repair chain links, or perhaps fashion certain weapons. To determine the extent of knowledge in question, simply assume the role of one of these skills, one that you know a little something about, and determine what could be done with this knowledge. Use this as a scale to weigh the relative ability of characters with that skill. So, there you go. So I hope that answers that question for you. So anyway, guys. If you don't, unless you folks have any additional questions, we will probably wrap up there. Emmy, I will get you that cut. Remind me of it. Remind me over on the Discord, shoot me a PM and I will get that taken care of for you. We'll proceed apace, as they say. Oh, you already got it? Look at you, you clever kid. That's awesome. So I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Listen, thank you all very much for hanging out with me tonight. Oh, the 2E thing. That's what I was going to mention. I have a tiny cache of 2E stuff that I am likewise giving. So if you have someone who wants 2E or you want to have 2E and they cannot afford reprints, that is print on demand, or the going eBay prices. And guys, that's the thing, right? That's the dividing line. Guys, it's for people who cannot otherwise afford these. I mean, most of us, generally speaking, watching this, I think, I could be wrong. I'm not assuming anything about anyone, but I think maybe, possibly, most of us could, at the very least, get them and then get them like printed and comb bound, you know. But if it's not you, you know, then let me know. Or if you know somebody who's maybe not you know, not able to get it, then let me know. Let me know and I'll consider. It's going to be tough. I know there's a lot of people out there, you know, and I've only got one set of books. Like I said in the video today, I would give out just every week, just here's some. I don't think I could really afford to do that for too long, but anyhow, so just keep that in mind. Thank you everybody for watching this evening. We'll be back tomorrow night to play some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for y'all's entertainment. But of course, there's, let's see, 6 turns in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Let's do some quick math here. Let's see, 6 turns in an hour. So that's 144 possible checks for wandering monsters, and any one of those could be an owl bear. So you guys best watch out for them. Peace. I love you all. Good night.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing